Let's Nightfall, episode 31, and this week's Nightfall is the Dust Palace. Another pretty easy solo this week, just gotta be careful with Chafe at moments to make sure nothing sneaks up on you. So the modifiers are Epic, Berserk, Small Arms, Chafe, and Match Game. With Small Arms on, your guys' primaries are going to be doing a ton of damage this week. When you get into this first room, you pop in here, and then you will have an initial wave spawn. You will have some Taken, and you will have some Cabal. You're going to have Taken snipers on the far ledge, and those little guys right there, in the kind of this upper area of the room. You're going to have some Cabal, some Scions down on the right, down there in the little platform as you see the Scions right there. And they will fight each other, so if you're super low light, you don't care about time, you just want to hang out, then just hang out and let them dwindle each other down. You're also going to have an invisible Minotaur on the far end. You see him lobbing his solar attack. The Minotaur can be dangerous, so make sure you get an eye on him with your radar off. You don't want that guy sneaking up on you. After you clear out this initial wave, you're going to have to go pop your ghost over by the door. As far as setups go, I'm going to be rocking a sniper as usual and Gjallarhorn. I will be switching to an exotic sword for the Scion portion of the strike, but using Gjallarhorn up until then. For your primary, guys, rock whatever your favorite one is. If you have one that you like with explosive rounds, rock that because that's going to help with match game. As far as subclasses, Hunters, I'm going to be on Night Stalker the entire time. Titans, I would personally rock hammers up until the Scion fight, and then I would switch to a bubble, and then Warlocks, I would be on Void Bomb the entire time. So here we go. We popped up our Ghost. Once you do that, you're going to have Taken inbound. You're going to have some Scion guys that spawn right to your left. Just use your grenades, and then you need to take out that major Centurion right there. Once you take him out, you will be able to move on. The rest of the enemies, they will despawn and the door will open. So use your super, use that primary, guys. That primary is going to do a ton of damage with small arms on. And you see Gjallarhorn in primary, you're going to be melting pretty much everything moving in this strike. So once you take out that Centurion, the rest of the adds will despawn and you'll be on your way. Gold score is pretty low this week, so don't worry about leaving some adds behind as you will so on this run. Once you move to this next area, you'll have two little phalanx here. Once you take them out, now we're moving on to the next area. Once you get out here, you're going to have a ton of Hubba snipers all lined up on that upper edge. There's like 18 of them, so make sure you take them out. Use the pillar as I'm using it, just so you don't get hit by their little 3 Nova Bomb heat seekers. Those suckers will do a ton of damage. Just like the first area, you're going to have some regular Cabal fighting some Taken. So again, if you're lower light, don't care about time, you can just chill out and let them dwindle each other down and then focus. So I like to take out the Hubba snipers first, as you saw me do, then focus on the regular Cabal. And as you see, guys, we're taking everything out from super duper deep. Like I say in every video, take everything out from as far away as possible. There's no point in putting yourself in any danger. So once you do clear out, you'll have a bunch of Scions as you saw them running up the steps. You'll have a couple Cabal dudes, whatever it may be. And with your radar off, make sure you're not too glued down sights. Make sure you're looking around, you're paying attention to your surroundings because these guys can sneak up on you. A lot of the Cabal guys and the Taken, which you'll see here in a little bit, they will jump from the next floor up, so which is to my right. They will jump back and forth, jump up and down, up and down. So once you get up here, you clear out their adds, you're going to have a couple Hubba snipers over on the left-hand side. I like to take them out again, guys, because they are very dangerous. So to my right, we have a Blight and a bunch of Taken. This is when you're going to use your super and you're going to use Gjallarhorn, grenades, whatever it may be, and you're going to spam away. So you're going to have two of the little Ogre Ball Centurion guys, which can be dangerous and annoying. So again, guys, you're spamming Gjallarhorn, spamming your super. I would stay on this lower edge. So like Warlocks, throw your Void Bomb, then make it rain with Gjallarhorn. Titans, you might have to attack a little bit more if you're rocking hammers. You could rock Smash. You could do your Smash, bail out of there like double lightning grenades, then let the Gjallarhorn fly. Again, with small arms on, don't forget about small arms. Your primary is going to absolutely melt. Once you clear out the initial wave that is in this room, you are then going to have to go pop your ghost over at the door, as I was just looking around to make sure that there were no more adds. You're going to have to go pop your ghost over at this door, and then we're going to have to clear out another wave of Taken. Hopefully you can pop a pack. I still have a minute and a half cooldown. Once you bust out your ghost and he's on the door, bail. Get out of this area, get back down to the lower quadrant. You're going to have a ton of taking spawn in the same place where you saw those 2 Centurions and all those other guys. They're going to spawn in that little group. But you'll see here, they'll jump back and forth. So you see I got a little snipper jumping down here. There he is right there. So you have to be careful with your radar gone. If you're glued in sights, these guys, you see how many are jumping down? So you can bail back where I bailed back if you don't have rockets. I wanted to kind of bait them down there. But you see how they're jumping back and forth? And a Minotaur just, I don't know if you guys saw that, but a Minotaur just jumped down like 50 feet, somehow didn't break his legs. There he is right there. So you have to be careful, man. These ads, they can sneak up on you if you're not paying attention, and they like to jump back and forth like I said. Once you kind of clear out these guys that are jumping down, feel free to move back up these steps, which is what I'm doing right now. So the ad that we do need to take out is a major phalanx, and he's up in the muck with all those other guys. So if you do have Gallowhorn when this kind of second wave starts, do the same thing. Just spam the hell out of Gallowhorn, and once you take him out, you will be able to move on. And as you see, there are a ton of dudes, and you got all the annoying guys. You got the goblins shielding dudes, you got the vandals popping their little stupid bubble. So again, if you have rockets, you got your super, and you can get those guys on the initial spawn, go for it. Just make it rain. Try to take out that major phalanx as fast as possible. You're also going to have 2 groups. You're going to have Hoobaloom snipers to the far left and Hoobaloom snipers to the far right. So you have to be careful because they will move down the steps. So the right-hand guys, they will move down those steps a little bit if they see you as another phalanx dude jump down. Again, you got to be careful. These ads are going to come in, they're going to come at you. They're not just going to hang back. So over on the right-hand steps, those steps to my right, you can have some snipers come down on that area, and you can have some snipers over on that left-hand pocket. So there is the major phalanx. That is the guy that we need to take out. I'm just going to use Gallowhorn as his punk self goes in that stupid bubble. Okay, here we go. Cool. We got him down. Once you take him out, you see the snipers over there on the right-hand end. So you got to be careful about them because they can sneak. Maybe you're focused on, the ads in the middle area. They wrap around the right and they get you killed. So once we take out that major, we can head on. Once it says head to the Overwatch, it's not a darkness zone anymore. That's your cue to move on. Again, leave those ads behind, guys. Gold tier score is really low this week. So here we go. We're moving to the next area. I'm going to pop a pack real quick. Just a little fast forward there. Once you get to this next area, you're going to have regular Cabal on the outside here fighting a bunch of Taken on the inside. Again, if you want to sit back for a little bit and hang out, you can, but I would suggest not waiting on this one because of those stupid Psions. Those babies will start splitting, and you could have like 30 of those suckers running around, so you want to take them out as quick as possible. You're going to have more Hoobaglooban snipers on the left-hand end. And again, just like the other rooms, they are dangerous. There's 3 of them. You saw me float those rockets. Once you take out the Psions, the snipers, feel free to move up. And I'm just going to float rockets from the way back here. You're going to have a major Acolyte up there. You want to take him out. Once you take him out, feel free to move even further up in the room. You're going to have a couple shield Cabal guys on your right-hand side, and hopefully the game doesn't juke you. Majority of the time, they will give you a heavy ammo box right there in that little room where I peeked to my left. Game doesn't like me, so I didn't get it. So here we go, just taking out the couple little shield guys, just trying to make sure that I'm not getting picked off, make sure there's no enemies sneaking up behind me. Do a short little fast forward here, you're not missing anything, just looking for some ammo, any heavy that there may be. Once you deploy your ghost, bail. We are bailing. We are leaving this area and falling back to the room we just cleared out. Fall way back, okay? You're going to have Centurion spawn. You're going to have Goblin spawn. And then after you dwindle down those waves, you're going to have Minotaur spawn. Spam that super, spam your grenades, spam your primary, and if you got Gallowhorn, let that sucker fly to take these enemies out as quick as possible. You want to get those goblins down just so they're not shielding these Centurion guys and they're not shielding the Minotaurs. You will have more goblins spawn when the Minotaurs spawn. So as you see here, I'm just staying back. Don't push up into the room. These ads, they're not going to come charge out after you. They're landlocked to that room. Yeah, they might come to the little door frame, but they're not going to push down these steps. Not unless you bait them. Not unless you're right by them. Then they'll follow you down the steps a little bit. But as long as you stay at distance, where I'm staying at right here, they're just going to be in that upper step area where they're at right now, and you can just use your primary to pick them off from deep, and that way we're not putting ourselves in danger. So there's the Minotaur right there. So the Minotaurs spawn in once you dwindle down the waves, and you see the Minotaurs are going to spawn with more goblins, and they're going to have those guys friggin' giving them shields. And you see, if you're not paying attention, as I wasn't really paying attention, and the Minotaurs are lighting you up. They do a lot of damage, so you have to be careful about them. They are a very dangerous enemy. So here we go. I'm going to do a little fast forward here. You'll still be able to make out what I am doing. All I'm doing, guys, is taking out those goblins so they can't shield these dudes anymore. Once you take them out, then just use that primary. Your primary is going to absolutely melt. Once you clear out those ads, it's going to tell you to fight to the cortex, and you're going to have a bunch of scions and some acolytes. Now, you can just run past these guys if you want to. I'm killing them because I want to see if they're going to drop me any heavy ammo. And it doesn't take all of about 15 seconds to clear them out, so I would just do it just in case you are low on heavy. Now again, I will be switching off of Galahorn and onto a sword. You will have some initial enemies that spawn. Again, you will have some Taken fighting some Cabal. If you want to hang out, let them dwindle each other down. So once you clear out these ads that initially spawn here, then you'll have to pop out your ghost, and then the boss fight will start. Again, you control when the boss fight starts. So if you're not ready, you're waiting on a pack, waiting on your super, then just hang out. So I will be switching to Raise Lighter. If you have access to Raise Lighter, use that over Dark Drinker. If you don't have Raise Lighter and you just have Dark Drinker, perfectly fine. Dark Drinker is still going to wreck. Now, if you don't have either of those swords, then I would just stick with Galahorn. It's going to take you a lot longer to kill the 3 Scions with Galahorn over a sword, but with Galahorn in your primary with small arms, guys, and your super, you're still going to make quick work of the 3 Scions. So for the 3 Scions, the Arc one spawns on the left, the Solar one spawns middle, and the Void one spawns on the right for their initial spawns. Now, normally it wouldn't really matter. You would try to get 2 for 1, or at least that's what I always try to tell you guys, to try to get 2 Scions. Just focus on taking out 1. Now, it depends on your setup which one to take out first. So if you're Titan Smash, take out the far left one. Use your super to take down his shield, then use your sword. If you have Void Bomb on, you have Tether, Titans, you're rocking Bubble with some nades, Magnetic or Suppressor. Then we're going to take out the right one, the Void Shielded one. You can do the Solar one as well if you have Raised Lighter. That's going to make quick work of their shield. Or if you have Dark Drinker, it's going to make quick work of their shield for the far right one. So if you don't want to use your super or something like that, you can base it off of what sword you have. So I'm going to be taking out the far right one first because he has the Void Shield. Once I take him out, I'm going to be bailing back. So normally I would say to try to take out 2, but with match game on, their shield can take a little while to get down, so we're just going to focus on 1. So here we go. Warlock's Void Bomb when he comes in. Hunter's Tether like I did, and then go ham. Titans, I would just throw a suppressor grenade, then pop your bubble with Helm of Say 14 around him, blind him, and then absolutely go ham. Once you take him out, I'm just going to bail back. Now you can bail back in a little hallway here if you want to, which is normally what I do. I'm going to be using the hallway for kind of the second portion of this fight. I'm just going to take out this initial spawn. You're going to have a bunch of Cabal spawn. You're going to have Shielded Cabal spawn. You're going to have the Legion, Phalanx, whatever the hell they're called. And you're going to have a couple Centurions, dudes that have the shield. They're going to have solar shields. Here comes one to my right here. So I just wanted to clear out the first initial little ads, and then I'm going to kind of bail up to this back end area. So here we go. Next, I'm just going to be focused on clearing out the ads. Ignore the other 2 Scions for now. What we want to do is we want to dwindle down the area, make it clear, then we will move up, take out that second Scion, and then we will bail back just like we did after taking out the first one. Now you will have a couple ads that will push up on you, but for this first wave, guys, it's really, really easy. It's nothing too difficult, nothing too overwhelming. Again, with your radar gone, make sure you're not too glued in. Make sure you're looking around, you're not letting anything sneak up on you. So you'll have these ads that are on kind of the back end of the room, and then you will have the front end room where the Scions are at. You'll have a bunch of ads down there. They'll be on the middle platform. You'll have some Centurions. You'll have some Phalanx. You want to clear them out again before we move up. I'm going to do a slight fast forward here. You're not missing anything, guys, just taking out the ads on that far end platform. Again, be careful about ads sneaking up on you. You'll have kind of these ads that are kind of they're just moseying around. So just be aware of them. Don't let them sneak up on you. Be popping in and out of your scope. So here we go. So I'm just taking out the Centurions on the middle platform, grabbing some ammo, and now I'm moving up the room a little bit. And now I'm waiting to see where the next Scion is at. Now the Scions will come to you. The Scions are going to move with you. So if you're on the right side of the room, they're going to move to the right side of the room. If you're on the left side of the room, they're going to move over to the left side of the room. So here comes a Cabal ship. It's just going to drop off a couple Centurions. Once you clear them out, feel free to move up, take out our second Psion, which we will do here shortly, then bail back, then the next wave of ads are going to come in. Now, I was hoping that my next Psion would come to the area where I killed our first Psion, this kind of middle of the room right-hand area. But a lot of the times, they'll be on the right-hand side still, but they'll be on the catwalk. You see how he's on the catwalk to my right there, which is kind of an annoying spot. I always like it when they push up on you a little bit, but he's on the catwalk. That's perfectly fine. All we're going to do, guys, is we're going to clear out these ads to make sure there's no dwindling ads, and then once we have the ads down, then we're going to move up. But again, with his shield, you got to make sure you see what shield he's using. So for some reason, I thought this guy was the arc shield dude, even though it's clearly the solar shield. So I'm trying to dwindle his shield down before moving up. I don't want to waste a lot of my sword ammo, but with Ray's lighter on, my sword matches his shield. And then I finally comes to him like, oh, this is the solar guy. We can just absolutely melt this dude real quick. I shouldn't even have used my super. I could hold on to it, but whatever. So here we go. We took out our second Psion. Now I'm going to be bailing back to the hallway. So if that was the arc guy, for example, I would have wanted to dwindle his shield down with my primary, get it kind of low, then use my super, then go in with my sword. So if it's the solar guy and you got Ray's lighter, your sword's going to eat up his shield. If you got the Dark Drinker on and it's the Void Shielded Psion, your sword's going to eat up his shield, and you don't have to worry about dwindling down with grenades or a super or your primary or your sniper. So here we go. So this is the last wave coming in, and this ship's going to be dropping off Colossus, and the Colossus are dangerous. But again, your primary with small arms on, guys, is going to absolutely melt. So I already took out one Colossus. You're going to have Satyrian spawning, you're going to have Phalanx spawning, you're going to have Cabal spawning, you're going to have Psion spawning. And you can just use this hallway as those that have been subscribed for a while. We've done this strike a few times for the Nightfall, and you know this strategy. You can just kind of get these guys. They're going to funnel into this killing hallway. If you want to bail, you're in trouble. Bail all the way back out of this hallway and around the corner. No ads will push up on you. You can hang out back there, wait for a pack, wait for your super, whatever it may be. So cool. This Psion, the last one, the Arc Shield bro, he came to the right-hand side. So again, the Psions will follow you, but he came to the good right-hand end. He's not on the stupid catwalk. So here we go. We took out the Colossus. I'm just going to check around, make sure there's no more lingering ads. I don't want to get snuck up on when I'm trying to take out this last Psion. Okay, we have a couple little regular Psions around. Let's take them down. I just want to clear them out. I don't want to get killed when I'm trying to sword the last and final Psion. So here we go. So he moved back towards the middle, but he will kind of come towards you. Here he comes. He'll attack you. Now, the Psions will come after you. So if you do push up on them, just be aware of that. So I'm just trying to dwindle down his shield a little bit with my smoke and my primary. Then I'm going to super him. Now we're going to sword. But you see, if he's not matching, it takes a couple sword swings to take his shield down, guys. So just be aware of that. Their shields are strong. If you're not matching it, you're not dwindling it down, it's going to take your sword a bunch of hits to get rid of that shield. So that's why you got to use your super, your grenades, your primary, dwindle it down, then move in, then go ham. Once their shield's down, it's a wrap. You're absolutely going to melt their health away. So there we go. We've done it. You've done it. Pretty easy solo this week. It's not too bad at all. Plus, gold score is pretty low. You just got to be aware of enemies sneaking up on you with your radar gone. The snipers can be dangerous, and match game can be a little annoying at the end, but all not too bad. Let's see what we get. Oh, come on. Come on, dude.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
I think you'd better do what he says, Mr. Kenny.
Hopefully this video was helpful, and hopefully it helps you get it done this week, guys. Have a good one. See ya.